name is Teresa from UndaMeta. Today I'm going to show you how designers can sell their pattern designs on our platform easily and also help you know how to onboard a new product. Now, on the screen is our link that will allow any designer to access their profile. Um, Typically, you would join by clicking a button on our website, allowing us to sell your designs, and we would vet you to allow you to sell your pattern designs on our website. Now, assuming you've been approved as a vendor admin, that simply means that you're now able to upload your designs. You'd be given access to your dashboard using this link, which is undameta/wp hyphen login.php. Here you will put in your username as well as your password and simply log in. So once you log in, this is essentially what you'll get. For the purposes of this demo, I have actually just used a test account called Studio, and I'd like to take you through the dashboard. So at the very top is where you get to see the website. Um, when you click dashboard, you're able to see at a glimpse your sales summary. Currently, it says 0. If you go down, you're able to see your order details. At the moment, there are no order details, meaning no one has shopped for any of my designs, so therefore there's nothing to show. There's also a reports button, which essentially will show you a tracker of the orders that have come in, from 7 days to this month to last month, and then tracking across the year. Then there's also a media menu, and on this menu, it'll highlight the various designs that you've uploaded on this media. And essentially, you'll only be able to see your own designs on this button. And I think the most important button is the products button, because here is where you get to upload your own designs, and I'll show you that in a little bit. And then, of course, there are things like store settings, and so on and so forth. So we'll simply go to our products button, because this is the button which will allow you to upload your pattern design, and simply say add new. Now, what will happen is you get a dashboard where you're able to then now upload your pattern. Now, for the purposes of this demo, I will simply share with you a design that I have created called Chinas. Let's go with first Rusty. And as you can see, there's a product description here. What will happen is we'll skip that a little bit and deal with it later. And then here at the product data, you will select a variable product. Why it should be a variable product is because the product will bear various fabric types, and this will also allow the UndaMeta administrator to actually add the fabrics to your product. We do this for you, and you do not need to concern yourself over the variable fabric types, but list your product data as a variable product. Also skip this part, we'll add the inventory for you, as well as that, skip it. If you have any other pattern designs listed in your account, you can either upsell those patterns or cross-sell. I'd suggest you just add cross-sell, because all the products are actually variable products, and therefore they more or less will sell depending on what fabric type will be selected. But it'd be nice to list some of your designs here. You'll also skip this section as well as that section. So largely ignore everything around this section. But what we're interested in is filling the product short description. Now, if you have a description, our suggestion is for you to list it on the product short description. We will review the product description later. However, my suggestion is to add your description here, which is a write-up that describes the pattern. Now my notes section and add it there. So you simply copy paste it here, and what you'll see is that it nicely is placed there. Ensure that you have around 150 to 300 words. That normally helps. And then of course, after that, you want to now upload your design. Now to upload your design on our website, if you look at our designs, everything is uploaded in a square format. And because we want to optimize, we want to ensure that the print is also as small as possible. Um, we also need to get the high resolution file that you've created. So first, we shall upload, um, we shall first create a smaller file of our design for upload purposes, but we will upload the high resolution file, which is around 150 centimeters by 100 centimeters, based on our technical specification at UndaMeta. But we'll also want to upload one that would be suitable for the website. So I'll take you through a small technical uh, course just to show you how to um, make your design smaller and into a square. So what I normally do is I go to a tool called Cropola. Cropola helps you resize um, a file that's a rectangle or an odd shaped file into a file that you'd like to be in square. So if you see, for instance, I have two designs for this genus pattern, and what I've done is I want to add um, the PNG that I had created from the original AI file, and that I do upload. So you'll see it uploading. Then I want to create a square of this print, so I'll simply set the square, um, and it's square because I've chosen the ratio of 1:1, right? And then once I've set it properly, or at least how I'd like it to appear, I'll crop it, and you'll see it'll crop to 1067 by 1067 pixels. So then I will now go to product image and set the product by uploading the file. I'll simply go to my downloads where the image is, and there's a cropped version. As you can see, this is a Chistinus Rusty and it's cropped. I'll upload it. So this is my first ever upload on my account. And what I'd like to encourage you is ensure that the design is small. I also mentioned to you earlier that we need to upload the high-res file. So I'll go to my AI file and look at the Rusty version, which is this one, and just quickly check to see that it does repeat. If there's any cleanup I need to do, I can do so. So for example, you can see it's a high-res file. I'll actually clip mask it, group, and clip mask it and save it as a PDF, because I'd like to actually have it also available to UndaMeta so that when they go for print, they'll be able to, to use the high resolution file. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna clip mask it. Essentially, that's what I'm doing. As you can see, it's a beautiful repeat motif, and then I'm going to save it as a PDF. Now, the point here is to ensure that I'm able to upload both files, because the idea here is that the file was an AI file, but I'd also like to see if I can upload a PDF file. And so I go back and upload as well as the high resolution. So if you notice, we have two different designs, and and as you can see, I'm able to upload a PDF. So I also do that. It'll take a little bit longer to upload it, but I'd suggest you actually upload both files. Now, WooCommerce or a WordPress central management system will allow anyone to upload a PDF. And so we encourage all our designers to upload PDFs, right? So, and another trick is that instead of having a file size that's 150 by 100 centimeters, you can decide, if you're an expert at pattern design, you can decide to actually do a ratio. If you notice, 30 by 20 is also a ratio of 150 by 100. And so this file type, let me just show it to you. Document setup. If you look at my document setup, you'll see it is 30 by 20. And therefore, this is also an acceptable file size because it is um, um, it is a ratio of what exactly I'd like to print. Now, notice that the motif technically will be stretched to 150 by 100 centimeters, and that simply means this motif will be quite large. In terms of the repeat, it'll be quite large, and it's intentional that that happens. However, if you want your pattern to be very, very small, then you might need to increase the number of repeats across the artboard. Now, if you're not sure, I'd suggest you set your file at 150 by 100 centimeters as per the specification. Now let's go back and see whether our file has uploaded. So as you can see, I have my cropped version, which is a square format, suitable for UndaMeta's front end. And I have the high-res version, which will be for printing. Now, I'd like to encourage all designers to do this for all their designs to make it easy for the design team that is at UndaMeta to onboard their products properly. So another tip is I'd like to actually request that everyone to add an alt text. Now, an alt text is simply a text that describes what's on the pattern. Now, on the pattern, this is my Chinas Rusty pattern design by Nanjala for UndaMeta, right? Colors in midnight blue and tan brown. That's a good alt description. It simply describes the picture, and what happens is that this is very good for SEO because search engine optimization on Google um, will be enhanced because it will be able to read what that image is about. You can also do the same for this one by just adding it as a descriptor, right? It doesn't have an alt for the PDFs, it doesn't have an alt. You can put it as a description. But now what we are going to upload on our account is the square format and not the PDF format. This can even, as you can see, it's a 433 kilobyte. Now we can decide to upload it in this size. However, I'd like to encourage everyone to upload something even smaller. So before I set that, I'm going to show you another tool called EZ. Now EZ GIF is an application that can act GIFs to WebP, and I'd like to encourage everyone to change their file to a WebP. Now WebP files are extremely light, and what happens is they actually shrink the file size of a JPEG or a PNG. So again, I'm going to go back to what I had actually cropped on Cropola, that's on my downloads, and I'm even going to now shrink this file further. So what I'll do is I'll select PNG to WebP, and I'm going to upload it, and the file that emerges from this tool is the one I will use. So what will happen is you'll see the image and then say convert PNG to WebP. Notice that from 432 kilobytes, it shrinks by 76% to 101, almost like 4 times down, right? So I'd save that and use that file. So I'd simply now go and upload that file. So this is the third iteration of, of this Sheena's Rusty, and I'm going to choose the the WebP version. Now, I would recommend that this is the one that you use on your account. Notice that now I have 3 different files, and the one that I say is going to be the most appropriate, the one that's optimized for web is this version. So I'm simply going to again copy the Alt key, Alt text, and copy paste it there and say set image. So I know it's taken a little bit longer, but it's because I'm just explaining it to you for you to do it properly. And at this point, I'm going to now suggest that if there are any product gallery images you'd like to add, you can add them here, but that's not necessary. Now we'll go down to the product category section, which is on the right. And here you're going to list your product under the pattern and fabric. So you will click that button, and then you will also add what collection you'd like your product to be under. So in my case, I feel it's a contemporary design. I also feel it's within the category of flora and fauna, as well as nature. Now, perhaps the other categories are not what I'd like to list as, so I'll just keep them to these 3 plus the larger pattern and fabric pattern. Now, for product tags, I'll iterate the name of the pattern, so it's Sheena's Rusty, comma, floral, comma, um, midnight blue. I can also list brown. I can also list perhaps a characteristic like delicate and outline, right? So those are just a bit of what I'd suggest as how to create tags, and it's for the purposes of someone remembering how to find this product. It helps with finding this particular product. I also correct some of the mistakes. I'll use British English, so color is spelled with a UR, emphasize, I think it seems fine. And then finally, I will actually then, sorry, cancel. I will then submit my pattern. Simple as that. So when you submit your pattern, it will be sent to UndaMeta team for review, and you wait for it to be listed on the front end. Now, for the purposes of this course, I'd like to just show you how it would look on the front end. And so what would happen is your product would be published and you'll be able to see it on the front end. Now, allow me to see if this has happened. So we'll simply go to now the main website, and as you can see, voila, here is your product listing. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more information such as this, whether you're a designer or a buyer. Thank you very much. Bye.